are some of the critical problems that can occur if organizations do not perform data discovery before enforcing the security controls to protect their data? Can you just let us know what are your thoughts on that, Ashish?
Yeah, so first of all, there are two aspects. We are talking about privacy, but privacy need to also exist along with security. Okay. So now data security is policy driven, right? Any of organizations who have to implement any cyber security, the data security comes a part of that. Now, so why we have to secure data? Because these are our crown jewels, right? If as a business I somehow lose my core financial data, my core IP, intellectual property, I lose my customer data. It is a big impact to my trust, my reputation in the market, right? So obviously I have to secure the data. But now with the DPDP, it is now taken up the value chain because data security is more about keeping your house, your business secure from different kinds of
Secure.
internal and external threats and risks,
Yes.
right? But here in
Vulnerability, yeah,
DPDP, with
right.
the data privacy coming in, you are also made responsible for the fundamental right of your business customers, right? So where are those fundamental rights enforced? Because if the customer is giving trust through the consent mechanism that I'm giving my data for this purpose, and if as a business I lose the data and someone, uh, which can be an internal actor, uh, somehow gets access, because in banking and insurance industry, which is one of the core domains where
Mm,
JISA provides the solutions, customer
yes.
onboarding is the first point where the lot of KYC documents are getting collected, right? And I mentioned about the POI, POA, and those documents, right? So what happens is when the organization starts through its multiple operational channels, through the web, through the physical stores, the retail channel, the wholesale channel, there are multiple stakeholders where the data is being collected, right? And then they are possibly kept into some centralized storage, either in the cloud or on the on-premise. So in that landscape, you
Yeah.
have different endpoints, different data storage elements, like you have different types of data stores, SharePoint, Teams, Microsoft OneDrive, cloud storage. So and you also have to ensure that when those data is getting stored there, there is a proper security controls. Now, the security
Yes.
controls cannot be just implemented only once because your business is evolving. There are
The data is
organization
continuously coming from the business.
data companies coming, you are onboarding not only new customers, new partners, new vendors. Your business is expanding. You might be acquiring other companies. You might be moving to a
Right.
different business line. So your application landscape is evolving. Your business processes are evolving,
Right.
which has to be keep up to date with the
Yeah.
security controls and policies on the data store. Now, what happens is this data discovery and classification, with its ability to scan in a real time through incremental scans or full scans or different level of very sophisticated scanning mechanism, it can identify where the which of the data stores is highly risky. Risky from a perspective of whether the data that is lying there has a huge concentration of sensitive data. It could be my IP data or my financial data of my business or my customers. And if there are people who in my ecosystem have got some overprivileged access, say someone has got a delete access where they should only have read access, someone has got a full admin
Right.
access where they should only have a analyst level access. So what we do in the data discovery and classification is not only we scan for the sensitivity of the data present there. We also scan for whether the data is protected through behind a firewall, behind some rule-based access controls, behind and using some
Okay.
PETs. So we uncover the situation of the data, what is its current state, and how vulnerable it is, and report that, right? So just to ensure
Okay.
that the data is not being processed by some unauthorized stakeholder or actor, which can create a risk scenario of a data breach or a data leak. Now, data leak is normally coming from inside my system. It is intentional, and data breach is someone from outside my business hacking into my system
It's trying
uh,
to attack
and
the.
with a very strategic view to get hold of my
Yeah.
business and customer data, and then maybe use
Yes.
that for creating different kind of frauds like identity frauds or digital frauds, and this is what we have to prevent, right? So these are some of the key problems where data discovery and classification comes in and tells you
Mm.
the business uh, where are those gaps exist, right? So I
Right.
think Harsh talked about DPIA. So DPIA is one process through which we do a one-time check. But data discovery and classification is your guard, which is working 24 cross 365, automated made, and it is the
Mm.
CCTV camera, I would say, which is watching how your data is
Yeah.
moving out, right? So in CCTV camera, we watch how material and people are moving around. But data discovery and classification is the CCTV camera for watching how my data is being moved around my business ecosystem.